Imagine being at your brother's wedding. Everything is perfect, until you find out that someone is cheating in the most outrageous way possible. What if that someone is the groom's brother? Before you find out how a day that was supposed to be the happiest turned into a nightmare, subscribe to the channel now and activate the bell so you don't miss any of our incredible stories. The sun shines on a beautiful historic villa nestled in the Tuscan hills. A dream wedding, one that seems to have come out of a fairy tale. Marco and Anna, two soulmates who, after years of engagement, are finally fulfilling their dream of love. White flowers adorn every corner, the tables are elegantly decorated, and the guests, dressed to the nines, chat with glasses of champagne in their hands. The atmosphere is one of pure joy and celebration. But there is someone who, right in the middle of this perfect scene, is hiding a dark secret. The groom's brother, Ricardo, with his charming gaze and magnetic smile, is about to make a mistake that will change everything. Ricardo has always been a bit of a bad boy of the family, loved and respected, but also known for his tumultuous love stories and his restless nature. His rebellious air had always attracted attention, but no one would have ever expected what was about to happen that very day. It all starts almost imperceptibly. During the reception, Lisa, a friend of Anna's and one of the most attentive guests, notices Ricardo moving away from the main room several times. At first, she doesn't pay attention, but then something makes her suspicious. And not only her, Julia, Anna's witness, seems to disappear every time Ricardo moves away. Coincidence? Or is there something else? Lisa, curious and ever vigilant, decides to follow them. The villa is large, with endless corridors hidden behind elegant velvet curtains. It is here that Lisa surprises them. Ricardo and Julia, hidden in a corner, exchange passionate kisses, oblivious to everything around them. It is a scene that no one would like to see, but Lisa sees it clearly. The groom's brother and the bride's best friend, betraying everyone on the most important day. How would you feel if you were the one to discover such a shocking betrayal? What would you do? Write it in the comments below the video. Lisa is shocked, paralyzed by the revelation. It's not just the scene itself that hits her, but the context. It's Marco and Anna's wedding, the two happiest people in that room, completely unaware of what's happening behind them. Lisa knows she can't ignore what she saw, but she feels trapped. Should she say something? Risk ruining Anna's perfect day? But at the same time, how can she keep quiet? Ricardo and Julia return to the party as if nothing had happened. Ricardo jokes with his brother, hugs him tightly, toasting his happiness, while Julia approaches Anna, laughing and pretending that everything is normal. The tension for Lisa becomes unbearable. Every smile, every toast seems like a farce to her. Her mind is invaded by confused thoughts, questions that torment her. Why? How can Julia betray her best friend? And Ricardo, why ruin everything today? But there is an even bigger issue that torments Lisa. The betrayal was discovered on one of the most symbolically powerful days in a couple's life, the wedding day. Psychologically, marriage is seen as the pinnacle of mutual trust, the seal of eternal love. Discovering a betrayal right during a celebration that symbolizes fidelity is devastating, not only for the relationship between the people involved, but for anyone who discovers the truth. Lisa is tormented by another thought. How can a person be so casual as to cheat in a context where love is celebrated in every detail? Research indicates that some cheaters act in moments of high emotional pressure or when they feel the need for adrenaline and escape from expectations. Marriage, such a strong symbol, could have intensified Ricardo and Julia's desire for transgression. But for Lisa, these explanations only make the betrayal even more absurd. Finally, Lisa takes courage. She can no longer remain silent. She finds Anna in a quiet moment, takes her aside, and with a trembling voice, tells her everything. What she saw, the betrayal, the falsity behind those smiles. Anna listens in silence, her face growing paler as Lisa continues her story. It is clear that the perfect world Anna had built around herself is crumbling. But just when Lisa expects Anna to burst into tears or scream in anger, something completely unexpected happens. Anna looks at her with shining eyes and says only 2 words, "I knew it." Did she already know everything? How is that possible? But then, why did she choose to remain silent and continue the marriage as if nothing had happened? And you, what would you have done in her place? Would you have faced the situation, or would you have remained silent to protect someone? Write it in the comments below the video. Anna had known about the betrayal for months. It had happened by chance while she was organizing the wedding. She had found some messages on Julia's phone, ambiguous conversations, photos, and words that left no room for doubt. But Anna had said nothing. Not because she didn't feel pain. Her heart had broken the moment she found out everything, but because she had made a painful and rational decision. She wanted to protect Marco, her future husband. Marco was extremely close to Ricardo. He had always seen him as a role model, an example to follow. Finding out that his brother, the person he trusted most in the world, was cheating on their wedding day could have destroyed him. Anna couldn't bear the idea of seeing her future husband suffer because of such a devastating truth. So she chose to close her eyes, to pretend she didn't know anything, to save that day and their future together. But there was another reason, even more shocking. Anna had confronted Julia in private, asking her to end the relationship with Ricardo. Julia, surprised and scared, had promised to do so. But she had never kept that promise. Anna, deep down, knew that the betrayal would not stop. But she had chosen to endure in silence, at least until that day. That day was supposed to be perfect. It was supposed to be a happy memory for Marco, even if for her it had become a silent nightmare. The story ends with a devastating confrontation. After the wedding, Anna decides to tell Marco everything. She doesn't want to lie anymore. She doesn't want their marriage to begin with such a heavy secret. Sitting on the couch in their new home, Anna looks Marco in the eyes and tells him everything. About the betrayal, about her decision to remain silent, about her fear of hurting him. Marco remains silent for a long moment. Then, incredibly, he takes her hand and says, "I don't know what to do, but I know I love you, and I thank you for trying to protect me. Now we will face this truth together."